Wouldn't. It was so hard for me, Maria. I came home and I just cried because that's what I want to do.
Of course.
I can't.
Of course. Of course.
And I saw in his face, I've seen this before in a few other people's faces,
Yes.
that he's dying.
Yes.
I've seen it in patients
Mm-hmm.
at work. I've seen it in people that I know. I saw it in my grandfather just before he left and before he passed away, because he passed away overseas.
Yes.
And I said, he's not coming back.
Yeah.
And I saw it in Hassan's face.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was really confronting. So I had a meeting with my kids, and I said to them, I said, you know what, your father's done a lot of things that are not right.
Yes.
I said, but don't judge him.
Yeah.
I said, his heart is in a good place. He's a loving, generous person, and that's why he did what he did. He did it the wrong way.
Yes.
And I'm not excusing any of that.
Yes.
But I said, don't hate him.
Yes.
And you know what my kids said?
Yeah.
Mum, everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
We don't hold it against you or Dad, because you've been good parents and you did the best that you could. And I'm sitting there, didn't know what to say. And Khalil said, Mum, people don't do drugs because they want to be happy, and he said because they have problems they can't cope with. That's why they do it, Mum. And I thought, that's all I needed.
Yeah, yeah.
They know
They're onto
so
it.
much.
Yes. Well, that's the thing with drug use. It does affect the kids, and either they really get stretched, like I did, and have so much insight,
Yep.
or not, which because you have been good parents, they're really starting to really take this in turn and learn from it. But we have to not be complacent. We have to really still keep on a strong armor and still be vigilant, because you're out of harm's way now, but he's still there because he's the one that started it to begin with. And then your kids are still very much in the danger zone, because all this is very vulnerable. If it is for you, you can imagine it is for them. Because the biggest thing that a person goes through is the breakup of the parents. Like kids really take that to heart. So we must still be strong in the sense of having protective factors around you, because it hasn't stopped. Now he's going to do without meaning to, the guilt is going to eat at you, and every single cell in your body will want help. And I think he's given up in the sense of trying to think, so now he's just trying to really just save himself. So the question is, what next? How are you going to live your life for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years? Are you going to still kind of be there for him, or are you going to take back your life once and for all again? Which is fair enough. I hear you. It's another human being there, and it's the father of your kids. Of course your heart will go out there. That's normal. But we've got to be very clear. We've got to draw a line in the sand, isn't it? How hard is that? And you felt it, and you know it. And everything inside you goes, what for? I can just go there and do that, why not? What else is there to do if not that, right? And that's up to you. That's up to you. You've already experienced that, 26 years of it. And sometimes I know you're alone and you're thinking, no, this is no better, isn't it?
I am happy alone.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I am so happy not having that.
Good. I'm just making you really see the contrast, because it's so easy to play with that feeling.
And it's so funny. In all of this, I knew that I would be okay. There was never any question I would be happy.
Yeah. Good.
It was all about him.
Yes.
And this is what my kids said to me as well. I said, you know what? I said, your father didn't make me happy. I didn't make him happy. He didn't make me happy. And then they said, I said, if there was any other way I could have done it so that I could spare you pain, I would have done it. So they looked at me and they said, Mum, there comes a time in your life where you have to do what's best for you and not worry about other people. Yes. And I thought to myself, what else?
Yes.
I want my children to understand where I am, where their father is.
Yes.
I don't care who else understands.
Of course.
I really don't.
Exactly.
And I've never felt like that before. I used to always worry about everybody else. And now it's made it such that I don't care. And when my father-in-law spoke, I said so many things to him.
Yes.
I said, you were horrible. I said, you put too much pressure on your sons, and this is why they, because his brother's the same. Not as bad as Hassan, but his brother's the same.
Yes, well done.
His
Well
brother
done.
doesn't have the loving heart that
Yes.
Hassan has.
Yes.
His brother's just selfish
Yeah.
and nasty. He used to beat up his wife and do lots of other things that he did as well. But
Oh, well done for speaking out to him because he's a hero.
and you know what now? I read an
How
article.
dare you? You started it and now you're calling him names. I mean, he's your
I
friend.
know!
You made him that way. You raised him that
Oh,
way.
no, according to him, he was the perfect father, and Hassan was wrong, and Hassan's brothers were wrong. They did everything wrong. And he said to me, we're living in that property that they were wrong. He said, I wanted this, I wanted my children to live with me, and I wanted my grandchildren. I said, nobody else did.
Yeah.
I said, nobody else wanted.
Mm.
Oh, you should have told me, I would have done something. No, you wouldn't. You knew nobody wanted it.
Right.
You know, he's that kind of person. But anyway, he's done, and I realize that he is out of my life forever.
Yes.
He's not in here,
Yes.
and he's not anywhere in me anymore. I don't feel
Yes,
sad for
yes,
him, I don't
yes,
feel
yes,
sorry for
yes.
him.
And there'll be remnants of that. So it's good to process it. And
Yeah.
it's good to feel the grief for it because before you would squash it by still being there.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
still
yeah.
doing the opposite. You
Yeah.
felt it, but you
Yeah.
never really dealt with it because
No.
you just went back there.
That's
So
true.
now it's good that it's
Yeah.
able to come out.
Yeah.
It's able to be like, of course you're only human. If you weren't feeling anything for this, then you're
Yeah.
a psychopath, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the father of your kids, and that's a
Yeah.
whole long life that you've
Yeah.
lived together. But this is the time to be strong. So we'll rehash
Yes,
on
let's
where everything is.
Yes.
Look at that. My gosh.
I
November.
can't believe it.
Session 1, 17th of the 2nd.
Serious?
Ah, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I think it's even session 2. No, it's got to be session 1. Yeah, it's session 1. Wow, look at that. All right, so imagine we are in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just go to the end one. So what's the date today?
23rd today.
23rd. I'm so terrible at this. Now, go to the one where it actually says, there should be one where it says session 12. Go to
This one?
Oh,
yeah.
go to that one. But that's what we're really going to go through.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not a
Wow.
proper session anymore, if you know what I
Okay.
mean.
Awesome. Wow.
Right, so let us look at goal number 1. Read that out to me, please.
Find out where it is.
I think,
I am living in my own safe place.
yes.
Tick. Vitally independent. Tick. Finances goals. Tick.
Yay! Yay!
Yeah.
So,
Double
really, exactly.
Yeah.
So, the percentage of it is 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you can
Absolutely.
have 110, you would, but it's 100%.
It's 100%. It is.
So we were looking at that, and yeah, that's fantastic. I really love it. So the strategy for that was to really know what safety is,
Yes.
to really know what financial independence
Yes.
means to you, and to live that way.
Mhm.
And the second part of the strategy is to see where you're placed on why that didn't happen, right? So we did quite a few things for that. Then we had a plan of how you're going
Yes.
to do this, which is the moving out, the
Yes.
new real estate
Yes, we did.
agent, all of that
Yes,
type of
we
thing.
did.
Implementation,
Yes.
which is moving the stuff
Yeah.
out, making
Yeah.
the arrangements. I mean, there's a lot there
Yes.
that you were able to do, and you were consistent up
Yeah.
till now.
Yes.
Even as the last straw, you could have gone back. You could have,
Yeah.
right? You know it, I know it. I'm like, oh, what's she gonna say? It doesn't matter what you say because that's your life, and you're
Yeah.
more than
Yeah.
entitled to do what you feel is what you want to do. But you've learned.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know that financial independence, safety,
Yeah.
and living independent from a situation that is toxic to you is not what you want your life to be.
No. No, it's not.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yay. So the journey of that was just pretty amazing. I mean, when we started, definitely upset. There's a lot of hushed words and whispering and a lot of
Shame.
yes,
Yes, it was.
coming together really well,
Yeah.
sense of frustration. See how that one word kind of encapsulates the journey.
Yes.
Accepting of God's plan was in the
Yes.
halfway point.
Yes.
Then having stopped applying for houses, that really tested you.
That's so huge. That 3-month period, it really did.
Oh goodness.
Yes.
And then when